Hello and welcome to this week's Travelin Young. This week's first in many weeks.
I know.
And what we're going to do is what are we going to talk about? This is about you. That's why you're here.
I'm here because we're going to talk about Travelin and Gymnasium.
Yes, this is it. Your last and final year, year 3. Maya's going to talk about Gymnasium as she enters the home stretch.
Yes, I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
On this week's Travelin Young. All right, welcome back to Travelin Young. Here we are. And before we get started on this very interesting topic of your final year of Gymnasium, let's go ahead and maybe do a little bit of house cleaning. I don't know. House cleaning? Just some things to say because it's been a while since we've been here. Spring cleaning.
Although it's
not spring, it's fall cleaning. We don't clean in the fall. I don't know. Anyway, couple items to discuss because it's been so long. First of all, next Monday, September 11th, we are going to make a commitment to have a live stream. So make sure to stay tuned and join us 8 p.m. Copenhagen time, live stream. And we're going to talk a little bit about things like our summer, because summer is basically over with.
Yeah.
You're back at school.
I am.
And we went to the U.S. for 3 weeks. So we're going to touch a little bit on that, although we'll probably also have a separate video on that topic. So some of it will be in a video, some will be discussed in live stream, but other things like Miranda and I were just at the Tuna Festival last weekend.
This is true. In our
timeline, and just like things like that have been going on. We got a new car. Maybe we'll mention a little bit about our new car.
I know you're dying to talk about it.
Yeah, although we'll probably do a video specific. I have some video ideas that incorporate the new car as a character in the video.
Oh my god!
In a way,
is it gonna have its own part of the intro?
Yeah, maybe I should.
It needs a name.
Bum bum bum. Oh, that's the old one.
That's the old one.
Yeah, sorry.
We haven't updated one.
Yeah. I forgot. Which in itself is old. It's like been a year and a half. All right. Anyway, so we're glad to be back. We haven't gone anywhere. We've just been ridiculously busy.
Yes.
And that's been because it was summer.
Yeah.
And guess what? Life's back.
We're living like the Danes. We're just off the planet of the Earth during the summer.
Exactly. So, but today we're going to talk about your final year of Gymnasium. So why don't you go ahead and begin that discussion? What do you want to say? What do you want to talk about?
It's kind of weird coming back and knowing that like we're the top now. Like
the
oldest people in the school. And I think honestly I'm probably the oldest person in the school.
Yeah, I guess it would be almost the equivalent to being seniors in high school.
Yeah. No, but I meant like age-wise. I think I am the
oldest person I know. School, that also, but...
But yeah, we're the top of the tier, you know?
This is where probably you would benefit, or not benefit, but you would enjoy maybe having a younger sibling. Because I was, in my scenario, the younger sibling. My brother was a senior in high school when I was a freshman in high school. And what that meant is my brother... acted like I was a stranger when we were, because there's just like, you as the oldest, you don't want to be hanging out with like the youngest, especially your brother, right?
Yeah.
So you're missing out on that part of the.
I think I'm okay.
The school experience.
But it's nice. It feels good, and also my schedule this year is really nice. I feel like people always say that your second year is the worst. And I mean, I haven't been through that much of the third year, but so far the third year is the best. Schedule-wise and assignment-wise, it's the best so far.
Yeah, it seems like you're always here and never in class. So I guess that's why you think that.
And last year I was at class till 3:30 every day. And I had so many assignments. They haven't all come out for this year yet, but it's looking pretty good so far.
Okay, all right.
So I'm very happy about that.
So what kind of classes are you even taking? Because I don't understand. I mean, people ask me what is she doing and I really don't understand any of this.
So I have a line.
Yeah.
A major, and I'm doing Samfundsfag English, which is social studies English. So there's A, B, and C classes. Your A are the classes you have for 3 years. That's your main stuff. B is 2 years. It's kind of important. And C is just it's 1 year, whatever. My A classes, I have Samfundsfag, English, history, Danish, Spanish, and one more that I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. And then B classes, I had math last year, but my only B class this year is I have religion. I signed up to have religion B. And then C classes, we have a class called Oldtidskunskab, which is like Greek and Roman literature and culture.
Okay.
And then I also have Latin.
Okay.
Yeah, where we learn how to speak and read Latin.
All right.
That's what I'm doing this year.
There you go.
It's pretty fun.
Okay.
I'm enjoying my Latin class.
Okay.
Knowing English and some Spanish is actually pretty easy.
All right. Well, I mean, I think my senior year of high school, I was in like all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I was in calculus. I was like a year ahead in math, and then English, and I think in the senior year where I went, you had to take American history.
American history.
So I feel like freshman year was like world history, or maybe like, yeah, and then like junior year was like American or like world civilization. That's more like,
Okay.
you know, Rome, ancient Rome and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I think the senior year is American history, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
Something like that. And then, so I said math, English, that I had to take Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm losing sight of, because then you have to, like, we could take electives. I think I had 7 periods. What have I named? Like 4?
Yeah.
I really should have like written this down ahead of time. And then, gym. You always have to take gym.
Oh yeah, I have that. I have gym at C level, but you have it for 3 years, which is stupid. But yeah.
And then I don't remember what my electives were. Obviously, they didn't. Oh, I took this one class called, it was through the history, and it was called Applied History, where we like, for the first half of the year, it was really cool actually. And it's something I want to do with some videos maybe in Denmark at some point, where we like would go to like, look at, I live near Washington, D.C., and we can go look at statues and learn about the statues, because every statue is about a person or something, and it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
So we learn about that individual or what it was made for. And so it was like applying history to things that you just like see in the physical real world.
It's pretty cool.
And then the second half of the year, so that was like when we also visited like Civil War battlefields and things like that. And then the second half of the year, we had like an internship somewhere. And I worked at this like military history thing that my dad got me connected to through his work, where they had like a bunch of like, they actually had like some old flags. I remember it was like this office in DC that I'd go and I helped like catalog things. Like that part wasn't super exciting. But in the back room, they had this thing with like all these drawers and stuff that had like crazy artifacts.
Yeah.
Like a flag that was flown at like Gettysburg or something like that in the Civil War. Like it was all like special, and I mean it was pretty interesting, some of the things that they had. And I feel like, and there were other classes that I can't remember.
I mean, we have some electives that are more like creative stuff.
Yeah.
And you can choose. We all like have to choose that in your first year. You have to have some sort of creative class. I think I had like design and architecture, and then in your third year you can choose to have one of those creative things again, or you can raise one of your other classes. So I decided not to do anything creative again. Not ever in my life, but in school. And so that's why I decided to raise religion to B and then take Latin.
All right.
So Latin and religion are my elective.
But
yeah, the religion B is really cool, because religion C you just talk about like, you know, the basics. And then religion B you get to actually like visit and like talk to people who are part of this religion, which I feel like is something you wouldn't get a chance to do otherwise. So I think it's pretty cool. So
let's move on to the end of this journey.
Yes.
At graduation, and you're pumped about this, I'm pretty sure.
I'm very, yeah. I mean, as every Danish student
required
is,
by law.
Exactly. Everyone is born excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be so good. We paid for it already in like our first year. The bus, yeah. I know some other schools have already done, and Vilas too, have done the hat trying on, like for measurements, but we haven't done that yet. So
okay.
I don't know. I think that happens in like November for us.
Okay.
But so that's coming soon. It's coming up, hat measuring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited. And even our teachers just like talking about it, even mentioned like, this is your guys' last year. I'm like, we're so excited.
Yeah, so that's it. Like graduation's coming, and I guess I'll get to experience what that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming there's no like diploma thing, is there?
I think you do get a diploma. Yes.
I wonder how many people in your class.
Probably like 200.
Because you were gifted with the last name Young, and
it goes usually in Danish schools. The alphabetical is by your first name, not your last name.
Because mine I was like number 542 out of 540.
That was the same for me when we were
there was
America.
A Z sitting next to me, that poor guy.
But yeah, usually the alphabetical stuff is by your first name here.
Where do they do it at the school? Like when I graduated, they did
it
Like they had a big auditorium that could fit like it was like where they play basketball and stuff. It was like an arena.
We don't really have an auditorium. I mean, it's where they do the musical, but it's also like where we have lunch. So they just like remove all the tables instead of like a billion chairs and stuff. And
that's like it was cool. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of the summer. We went to a show at Red Rocks, which is this like super famous music venue, and one of my friends went to high school in Colorado and told me she had her high school graduation at Red Rocks.
That is cool.
So in the U.S., you can line up a pretty sweet venue for your graduation ceremony.
You know, there is a graduation like ceremony, and I think you get some sort of diploma, but like no one really cares.
No tassels though, because you have a different hat.
No, but they do throw up that.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like no one really cares about that, the diploma part. You do like, you know, as far as I know, you go up and like grab a, you know, piece of paper from somebody and go back and sit down. And that's
just any piece of paper. Could be like a sticky note that they just like ripped off.
But I believe that you do that right before you get in the vans. Okay. Like that's that day.
Then it would be best if they gave you like a tattered piece of paper, because I'm guessing it's not going to be in good condition afterwards.
I think you would hand it to your parents.
I guess we'll see. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
So yeah, what's going to happen after all this?
Yeah, well, I am one of like 3-4 people in my class that are not taking a sabbato, a gap year.
Yeah.
I just personally feel like because of some immigration reasons, I just don't feel like I don't really have time for that. Also, I'm in my 3rd year of gymnasium. I'm literally in our time. I'm turning 20 tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, well, you just gave. I was going to say that at the end. Tomorrow's her birthday.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
In our timeline. So by the time this video is up, she will have had her birthday 20. And she will have turned 20.
But yeah, like graduating gymnasium at 20, like, I don't know. I got to speed it up, you know? I don't got time.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go straight to upper education. And I feel like I changed my mind a lot. So I'm not going to tell you what my number 1 choice is right now, because it may be different. There's a 70% chance it will be different.
It will be different. Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you what it is, because that would be awkward to change it.
Yeah. So there you go. So every year, you reminded me, we've done like this.
Yes.
Maya going to school, beginning of the year, feedback. You're excited. We're excited for you.
Yes.
And I feel like every year you've progressively gotten more excited, like feeling like you're more a part of the community at school and everything as time goes on.
Like I feel so like, I don't know, Danish.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I feel like, and especially now when I feel like I can relate to Danish people like so much now. As in like, you know, before gymnasium, I didn't really have that much like background knowledge and like what to talk to Danish people about, because we hadn't experienced the same things in life. But now this huge part of your life, gymnasium.
No, you did the whole thing
together
here. Yeah, exactly.
So it's really
and the bridge
nice.
from after school into this.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's really nice. I feel such a part of the society now.
All right. Well, so I am pretty certain when we get to graduation, we'll probably be doing.
I'm sure we will.
Some kind of video.
When I graduate, when I get my hat on, I want you to be filming.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do like a POV of like putting it on with the camera.
Can I put like a
GoPro?
Maybe like a GoPro on your head, and then you can see it get covered by the hat, and with like a bunch of angles.
But there will be lots of photos, and I want you to take lots of videos, especially when the van comes and stuff. There's lots.
Look forward to that in June. Right?
Yeah, June, yes.
And then we'll do another video, I guess, this time next year.
Yeah.
See what you're up to. By then, I hope you will have decided what you're going to study in university.
Sure hope so, too. I'd be in it.
All right. Well, there you go. That's it. Update from Maya from school, gymnasium. Started year 3. Travelin Young's back. We got ideas, plans. Birthdays to celebrate. Miranda's birthday is later in September.
That's true.
And Brisket actually had a birthday. He's on the ground over there. He had a birthday. He's looking at me like, what? What are you saying about me? He's confused because we also had a brisket for dinner yesterday, and his name was mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
His birthday was not long ago. He's 3. And the channel had a birthday. It was 3 years old just a couple weeks ago.
And also, when I went to the vet with Ali, and her birthday is, I learned, September 3rd.
Oh, there you go. So well, her birthday
also had a birthday.
Yeah, recently. It's birthday time.
I know.
Brisket, the channel, Ali, you, Miranda. Mine's not till April. We got to hold off for mine. And there you go. That's it.
Yes.
And live stream next Monday, September 11th.
Yes.
And we'll try our best to continue to keep you reminded of this, which we've not done a great job in the past. We'll be back at the table talk, talking about our summer, talking about other things that we've been up to the last month or so. We hope you join us. We'd love to hear from you.
Do.
And let us know if you have a very interesting memory from your year 3 of gymnasium.
Yes, please. If you have it, or any tips about the year in general, please give them.
Let Maya know.
I want to hear them.
And with that, we're going to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.